For decades, most Western countries welcomed citizens of other nations into their fold, some fleeing from unfavorable conditions in their homeland, while others were in search of very attractive living conditions overseas. Whatever the reason, these immigrants have integrated into their new societies and are part of a larger community, contributing their quota to society. By virtue of their stay, they claim residency and are eligible to vote and be voted for in an election. This takes precedence over their original place of birth. If you have lived in a city for a number of years, have legal status, work and pay your taxes, you are eligible to stand for elections and be voted for. Sadly, all I've just explained does not apply in our dear country, Nigeria. Hi, my name is Ege, and this is Opinion Based on Facts. Even though the Nigerian constitution allows all Nigerians to stand for elections wherever they are based, in practice, this is not the case.
I know no state governor who runs the affairs of a state he is not originally from. People are still expected to contest elections only from their local governments and state of origin. The Electoral Commission still mandates voters to go to their local council to register to vote. Should the state of origin of a candidate be the criteria for eligibility, or should we start accommodating other candidates who have lived in the same place long enough to be regarded as citizens, even though their parents are from a different part of the country? So let's meet Chima. He is from Imo State. He lives in Lagos, works there, has 3 kids all born in Lagos. He pays his taxes to the Lagos state government. Now he has an ambition of becoming a member of the Federal House of Representatives, representing his local Lagos constituency. Unfortunately, his name gives him away as an Igbo man, and that puts paid to his ambition. It is unheard of, an Igbo man representing Lagos State in the Federal Assembly. If he still wants to actualize his dream, he has to go back to Owerri, where he has not lived for decades and knows very little about. Is it fair to deny qualified candidates like Chima based solely on their ethnicity? Is it right that we continue to emphasize ethnicity over residency? Think about this. How is it that a Nigerian will travel abroad to have a kid, expect the child to have the full rights of a citizen in that country? When he is 18, he can vote and stand for an election and be voted for. Yet that same child, if born in a state different from where his parents are from, is not allowed to stand for elective office in his state of birth. How so? Is it not funny that the same Nigerians that stand against a Yoruba man becoming the governor of a state he is not from by origin are the same set of Nigerians on the first flight once they find out that their wife or partner is pregnant? Why do we expect our kids to have the rights of an American or Canadian by virtue of birth and not extend the same hand of fellowship to our very own? Why are we so ethnically biased? Tell me, how are we different from racist? I strongly believe where you live is where you're from. The world has moved so far ahead of the state of origin principle because not only does it breed mediocrity, it weeds off great candidates from a state that could easily have benefited from a larger talent pool, and overall, it breeds disunity amongst the people. If you have lived in a state or city for a certain number of years, you pay your taxes, your kids go to school there, and you probably have a business there. That city is where you're from, and it shouldn't matter whether your name sounds Igbo, Efik, or Hausa. That is why a Somali migrant who relocated to the state some years ago can aspire to be a member of Congress in the US. America is where she's from, even though her parents are Africans. The same principle works for Barack Obama. While his dad is Kenyan, he is American by birth. The Igbo boy who is born in Lagos is a Lagosian, regardless of how his name sounds. Let's go a little deeper. There are presently 37 foreign-born US citizens serving in the US government in various capacities, from mayors to senators, from governors to members of Donald Trump's cabinet. Do you know that the present UK Prime Minister was born in the US? Same with the main opposition candidate in the last Canadian federal elections, Andrew Scheer. There are presently 49 MPs in the present Canadian administration who are visible minorities. The leader of the NDP, a major political party in Canada, is an Indian turban-wearing Sikh. Can you imagine the number of Igbos that work or run their businesses and live in Lagos, whose kids were all born in Lagos and they still do not qualify to stand for elections because of their last names? How about the Hausas who live in Oka, some of them born in the East, and the Edos who were born in Kano, who are still made to feel inferior among their fellow Nigerians? In the last ward elections in Toronto, Canada, Nigerians who were born in Nigeria but relocated to Toronto stood for elections alongside other candidates whose nationalities are equally different. By the mere fact that they reside here and pay taxes here, they are considered Torontonians. What happens invariably is, because you are accepted and allowed to run for elective office, you owe your allegiance to your office and the people who voted for you, and you contribute your quota to the state you now call home, not to the state where your parents are from. The notion that a non-native ruling a state will divert funds of that state to his state of origin is unfounded. If we continue to emphasize state of origin over place of residence, we will continue to polarize our society and lose out on talents that could have been of great value to us. I appreciate the time you have taken to listen to this. Please like, comment, and share. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel. I will see you soon.